Chapter 4. Dear you, you were so busy these days and so preoccupied. I know this because I have read upon every post you made and the conversations we had. I can't blame you. It's your last year in college. It's the last year that would determine where you will go next. The year that would be the fulfillment of your dreams. I still have 1 year to go, and I hope that it be as busy as good, knowing I'll be somewhere else too, working on my own dream. I don't know, I'm kind of off today. It might have to do with the fact that I'm not learning anything new. Rather, anything that is worthy of my time. In and out of the school, I know we've been caught up with a lot of running requirements, and the pressures goes up so high. But Lord knows I deserve more knowledge than what the institution could give. Same old topic, same old discussion. I will have to end this one sooner than I used to. I'm sorry. I think I'm really just in a bad mood today. I will write here as soon as I can. Sincerely, me. Sometime in December. Dear you, Christmas season has taken its toll over our days, and with every greetings and cheerful atmosphere around the block, I wonder how you spent the holiday season, or how you were usually at this time of the year. I know you've been attending Mass at early hours of the everyday, following that 9 day traditional lead up. I wonder what you wish for that 9 days perseverance, and I wonder if any time you'll have them sweetly come true to life. I messaged you a 10 paragraph greeting, and it took you almost a day before you actually have the time to read it yourself. Sure, it wasn't the traditional letter written in a Christmas card, but I'd make sure you'd feel every word I'd written in there. You told me I made you cry, and you were so thankful about it. You told me you were so touched by the act, and I am smiling like a fool while reading your reply. And believe me, it was after some time before I realized I should have at least returned your message. Up until in this moment, I still find a way to look back at our conversations and remember the time of my life at its sweetest. I wish I'd somehow gave you a gift or two or something like that. But I knew I was a coward to ever bring that up. I knew you've been dreaming of sailing back to your childhood home, in a place you once told me you called Mactan. I'd seen some of your photos in a bus window where I've seen you smiling up from the view. I guess it's been years since you last came home, and I know you've been missing the town so dearly. One of my Christmas wishes is for your wish to come true, for you to finally come home after some time. Once again, I'm wishing you a happy Christmas, and I hope you are enjoying its magic within its limited hours. Christmas may pass, wrap gifts may be opened, but my heart will still yearn for you and only you. Sincerely, me. Dear you, I think you come to like someone now. I don't know who he is, or how he managed to make you smile from time to time, or how did the two of you get along with each other. It's a pain for me, not being able to do anything, say anything. He's the reason now why you've been so alive more than ever. He's probably the reason why you're smiling yourself to sleep. How would I know? And what should I do? What should I say? Am I in the position to say anything? Or rather, I know I'm not, but would these feelings go away? Would this news actually make me forget you sooner. Sure, he'd seen the very same reasons why I like you. He had seen the life, the radiance in your smile, the magical twinkle in your eyes. Sure, he had someone like you back now. And in all sureness, I wouldn't know where that would put me. I wish I could tell you that I'm happy for you, but the stupid part of me tells me I'm not. Well, not for you, but not for myself. I know this will come true any time, and now it already happened. I wouldn't really know how to respond to its totality. I don't really know how. I know he'll have a place within you, whoever he is. And you'll have a place with him too. And that makes the ever growing pain staying with me far longer than I wished. Sincerely, me. Dear you, it's the first day of the new year when I'm writing this. Things have been somehow frenzy, and the air itself has never been the coolest. Christmas slips off magically, and I need not a Christmas tree to stare at from afar to not feel it. Christmas lights and decorations, as you know, during this time of the year, is still around. We are all a sucker for Christmas decos, as long as we have lived. Gifts that were wrapped were unwrapped, and firecrackers have been lighted to welcome the new year. It's a blast. Horns were flashed everywhere, and the usual New Year spirit is felt all around the block. Well, in this part of the city where I belong. I've seen pictures of you with your friends sometime before the year ended. It seems like a great night for you, and I bet you had fun. I bet you're feeling it till the memory lasts. Things went back to their usual routine, and still you're nowhere to be seen. Maybe it's with the office hours you had somewhere. I guess I'm used to it, not seeing you around, not sensing you around. And I guess it's good for me and for my longing heart. Sincerely, me. Sometime in February, a few days before Valentine. Dear you, this was the day, rather the night, when I had the courage to tell you, finally, that I like you. I guess you were surprised, and I guess you laughed also at the same time. It is not the sweetest confession ever, yet I know I could give you more than that, more of a romantic kind of confession that you deserve. As much as I don't want it to be spoken in person, I managed to get away with it over the chat. Not really what I imagined and somehow come to terms with it. But the feelings, the knowing emotion inside me seemed to not had a care of how they were expressed and where, because they were as strong as any reason there is. I adore you more than anyone, and it's been with me for a long time now. You were so modest about it, and I smile like a fool thinking how I possibly did that. The confession. I wonder how you react personally, if you smile as foolishly as I am, or you just went on to read the conversation. I thought you'd really be awkward towards me. You would become stiff, that you'd change the way you would treat me, but none of these fears of mine ever happened. And I even like you more, realizing that you were not that kind of girl. And I'm stupid enough to think of you that way. I'm sorry. I told you I've liked you for several weeks now, but I'm actually lying. It's not only weeks, it's for several months now. For months you've been with me, and it doesn't feel like months or years. It felt like a lifetime. Only I had that moment this evening, earlier exactly at 10:45 to tell you this. It felt so new and frightening, yet it all felt good and beautiful. When you asked me why it had to be you, I told you I saw something in you, something I rarely see in a person. It's not just your eyes that has enchanted me. I guess it's the fragileness of your soul, the purity of your heart. I don't see you with that pretty face anymore. I see you and feel you beyond that beautiful heart. It is a light conversation, not until you nicely asked to end it at once. The chat. Or you had an early class tomorrow and you can't accurately say anything at the moment. You told me you were surprised. I mean, who wouldn't? And I let you on, barely sending you good night, thrilled to have finally let out what has been here with me for a long time. Sincerely, me. A few days before the Valentine. Dear you, hi. Today I've managed to give you some sweet chocolate candies, one that I never tried before. But come to think of it, it would be a great opportunity for me to at least express the sweetness of the food. Alright, now I'm talking nonsense here. Well, I may not have been the one who gave it to you personally, but through Larry, my friend, you know. Of course, you know him. Another series of my cowardness, I know. I wish I could have been the one who got to watch how you would react by the time these chocolates find their way to your palms, or watch how you would smile in surprise. Larry told me you were really surprised. I was downstairs, walking in circles. I can't hold my nerves while he was up there in your classroom. And believe me, I decided about it a million times before I finally gave in to the delight of the idea. I had a feeling you would not like it, but maybe you would, but just really surprised. I went home that day and saw that you sent me a message thanking me for the gift, and all I could do was smile. Yes, a smile. And I would never know why. I just smile like a fool all through the afternoon. I was thinking this is how it feels to give something special to someone special. And thinking it is my first is really a delightful one. Sincerely, me. Valentine's Day. Dear you, I've managed to send you something to celebrate the thought of Heart's Day. A letter, the carrier of all my thoughts about you being away for a while, because you'll graduate soon. And a poem that tells you how I see you, fitted to be written inside these words. I once again asked Lara's help, my mailman, of course, and I expected that it would be just another day, with you and your letters and the chocolates. But then you surprised me, for you came out of nowhere a few hours later and walked over to where I am and attempted to give me a hug. But the stupidity in me, out of being nervous, takes over me. I awkwardly distance myself away from the embrace. No, don't. It's fine. You could read them later. I remembered myself saying, Stop being so weird. You said so straightly, and you went on to embrace me. The embrace lasted for 5 seconds, yet I could say it's the best 5 seconds of my year, or of any year there is for me. All I could do is close my eyes and relive that moment, and grateful that you were there with me, with the memory of you holding those letters I gave you. Once you broke away, I asked shyly if you could read the letters much later in the day. I would die with shyness if you ever did read it to me in my presence. You said you will, and thanked me once again for the gesture, and you went back to your room. It was the most memorable Valentine's I had, even though I didn't spend it next to you. Yes, it was a memory. A memory I could keep for the next following years. The years when the new me could remember its old self. Yet I knew it would always remember you, even if it would change. For the feelings would not change, at least for now. Happy Valentine's Day. Sincerely, me. Dear you, this was the night I had the bravery to ask you through chat about how you feel about my fondness towards you. You told me you're not used to it, and with all the honesty that you had given me, that you feel awkward about it. By then, I started questioning myself, or rather, the situation I am in. Honestly, I don't know where that would put me. Should I go on with these little gestures I made and am about to do, or should I just take a break, give you a break away from me? I know that you're too occupied at this time of the year, for several circumstances have interfered, and I feel such a nuisance to be around, time by time appearing like a fool. I like you, yet I know liking isn't enough for me. I want you to feel it. And no, I'm not expecting you to like me back. But with all these things I've been doing, I just want to make sure you know. Sincerely, me. Dear you, this was the week that I gave you another one of my gifts, an apple and a sticky note. I again asked Lara's help in delivering it to you, and I hope you didn't find what's written on the sticky note as cheesy as it really was. The note says, an apple a day won't assure to keep the doctors away. Yet this apple for today tells you more than what my heart could say. It's cliche, I know, yet how cheesy it may seem to you or anyone, I'm glad you accepted it, and you thanked me later that day through chat. It's too bad we could only talk through chat. I wish we could have more chance to meet and talk in person, wherever that would be, and I'd be happy. It's sad that our schedules doesn't fit like that of a Rubik's Cube this time of the year. You told me you were going to be busy, even though you had no classes remaining in school. I understand that. I would always, though. Yet I wish this chance of a time together could really happen anytime sooner. It's really nice writing here, for once. Not sure if you could read this one day, at least I wrote. There will never be another like you for me, Jewel. There will be another love, another time, but there will never be another you for another me. I'm leaving that. I'll be leaving for that day to day. Sincerely, me.